Okay, it is a beautiful Happy New Year day here in Walland, Tennessee, and I'm here with the family, with Aaron and Stephanie, and Zachy and Elena. Fantastic. Before they get up to the front porch, I just want to give you a quick panoramic view of this home. So the mountains today are covered with what they call smoke, which is really fog. The Great Smoky Mountains, you all know that. So here we are, and I'm just panning around. I can see the neighboring property has horses on it with a big fence, or actually has fence. I can't see the horses, but imagine. And we're just taking a quick peek around. And here's the mud on my tires I mentioned to you, Kathy. So you come up on asphalt, but first you come up on a dirt road, to be fair. And to make sure you know that. That'd be probably the first investment I'd make, honestly, is to keep my vehicle clean and my tires clean. So the house itself looks very well maintained. Brick houses will show their troubles faster than any other type of house, and they're also the most solid house if they're done well. So you want to look at the lintels above the garage, okay, and you'll see blocks that are cracking. I do see a little bit of cracking for a home this age. That is kind of normal right there, but you'll see shifted blocks, and you'll see really compromised lintels. This looks really good, honestly. To extend the life of that, I would take some clear silicone and I would seal that so water doesn't get behind it, because the next problem with that will be water getting behind the blocks and then shifting on you. The roof looks pretty good. It's an architectural shingled roof. Flashing looks decent. I don't see anything crazy under the windowsills. Again, you'll see cracks under the windowsills, which I don't see here as they fall down. And you got brick all the way down to the bottom. I'm not taking a look to see whether we're on a crawl space or a slab, but appearances, it is a crawl space. Really quick over there. You'll see a little shroud around that little crawl space opening. So that's a crawl space vent. I'm going to jump up the porch and kick my feet. We'll do the backyard when we look out the back door. That has got to be a water fountain that's winterized. I know, at first it looks just like somebody's got a big old pine cone or something with a lid on it.
I would say like a fire pit or something.
Yeah, no, you see the electricity next to it on the right? That probably runs the pump, and it looks like a fancy water fountain, I'm thinking. And of course there's the second little bungalow house. We'll take a look at that in a moment. They're both unlocked. It's really nice. I came here and they had everything unlocked for me already, so I don't have to worry about monkeying with it. This porch is actually in very good condition too. Usually you see these old country porches, and we'll get up and take a look on top, but it looks pretty solid, and it looks like it's not part of the poles. It's actually standalone, so it must come, the trusses might have been built all the way out when this was originally built, just to support that weight, because it's freestanding. Aaron, did you knock these wood?
I've knocked them. I don't think it's actually, I think it's hollow.
Yeah, the tongue and groove.
It's got the...
That's a tongue and groove wood formed. Instead of, you know, most of them are fiberglass or something.
Yeah, it's actual wood.
It is.
You don't see that very often.
No, it's a handcrafted.
Had, plastic ones and it just collapsed.
Yeah, you got it. Or aluminum. You see them a lot too. All right. Everybody want to go inside? We'll kick our feet real good.
Kick your feet and wipe it on here real good, Elena, okay?
We also have a nice indoor one here, which would be good if you have any water left on your shoes. That should dry it pretty well.
Wipe them real good.
Okay. These look like they were about a 16 or 18-inch tile, which is unusually nice because I see a lot of 12-inch tile in Tennessee. That really dates the property. It is a dated feeling, but it's also very much, I guess, what you expect to see in a property of this age. So we're going to take a look around here. Dining room has got a little chair rail. And I'm sure that is, yes, that is definitely a wallpaper. You've got popcorn ceiling. And you have hardwood floors. What's also nice is to take a look and see what kind of hardwood floors. So I'll do that for you here in just a second. That would be a tongue and groove engineered hardwood. So that's not an original hardwood floor. but it's pretty. Not bad shape. Aaron, what's your background? Do you know mechanical, structural stuff?
I'm actually an insurance adjuster.
Oh, you know a lot.
I know a little bit.
You get to see what's going on. There you go. Fine. So you agree with that assessment? This is an engineered hardwood,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Absolutely. I always pull the vents up and take a look, see what we got under them. Cool. All right, good. So I get your hall closet here, and I'm just going to give you guys a grand tour inside. Right under the steps.
Not use this room.
Cute little foyer. And a little balcony on the top, and your chandelier. So you've got, what, about a 18-foot entrance between the ground all the way up staircase to the top. Kind of nice. All right, so, and this mosaic's really pretty in the center as you walk in the door. So to the left, we've got another sitting room. They used to call them parlors back in the day, parlors. And that is also the same engineered hardwood, big bookshelf. Chandelier, popcorn ceiling, two pretty windows overlooking the outside. As we walk in this way, we're going to enter what looks to be a humongous family room with two chandeliers. What color is this carpet, guys? Brown?
Oh, that's it.
Mocha?
Mocha?
I'm colorblind, so I can't tell them that, and to be honest. What would you say?
Mud brown?
Mud brown. There we go. Mud brown.
Chocolate brown.
Yep. Hides dirt well, but that's about it. We'll go outside here in just a second. But the French door is out to the outside. We got a fixed side there. Yeah, oh, definitely. This is definitely a room you'd want to invest some carpeting in. There's a whole house return. I don't know that that's for this particular HVAC system. That looks like it's from yesteryear. Yep. That's from yesteryear. Back in the day, if you had any kind of a system that ran, but I'm not sure about today. I have to see. Wow, look at this fireplace. That's got to be 10 feet wide, easily, with a covered brick. I mean, with real brick they painted. That's a real box, a real brick box, not some kind of steel thing. It does have a fire, I guess insert. Firewood insert, fake fire, if you would. But this is definitely also wood burning worthy if you were to take that out of there. So they've added that gas log to it. This side over here could have easily doubled as a dining room as well, but you have one. So this is just a beautiful piano area. Again, bit dated, but the bones of this home are incredible. I can't imagine. How big do you think this room is?
I don't even have an idea, honestly.
I'm going to say 25 on a conservative side long.
Yeah.
It's a big house.
And about 18 wide, 16 wide, something like that.
It's bigger.
Look at that sofa.
Think so?
That's a full-size sofa.
15, 16.
15,
I
16.
think it's a big house.
But it's long. I mean, it's just longer than...
I know it's
Oh,
a big
yeah. I don't
house.
see rooms
Ridiculous.
like this. About half my house.
You are a tall man. This is good. I'm not. Look at me and the height of the ceiling and you can laugh. And then you can take a look at Aaron. How tall are we? 8 foot?
I'm 6'4", so this is probably about 8 foot, I think.
Yeah, 8 foot ceiling, right? So it won't have the drama of today's 9 foot ceilings. A lot of ranch homes get a 9 foot ceiling on the whole first floor, and then upstairs they go to 8 foot again. Yeah. So people look at these homes and they go, "Oh, I don't really like the low ceilings." This is really, for its age, it's a tall ceiling. Yeah. We're going to go to the left here. What is this? Wow. So we've got a very closed off kitchen, which is understandable because of the length of the rest of the rooms, but it's a nice sized kitchen. And they do have the gas stove. I think this is the house, if I remember correctly, the gas doesn't work and she uses a cooktop because she's afraid of gas. So everything in this house has been converted over to electricity, Aaron, because her husband passed, and when he did, she got rid of all the propane tanks that used to run propane gas here.
This is just too big a house for him.
Oh, yeah.
I can see the cobwebs and that.
Yeah, she's, I mean,
Hey, this is a very big house.
it's a big house? Okay. There's all kinds of good stuff here.
Fake.
A lot of information. You said you are an adjuster?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Residential or other type of adjusting?
Homes.
Okay, cool. My son-in-law and his dad have 2 insurance adjusting businesses. One's for commercial trucks, the other's for residential. So yeah, it's a tough business. It's an interesting business as well.
We're getting all the callbacks from the 15 hurricanes we had this year. So that's been enjoyable.
Yep. That's keep you busy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Good future. So there's your laundry room. Tucked in a little closet here.
Starting to the kitchen.
That's in the kitchen area. I mean, again, the kitchen is so small, but there's so much else here. It's like a big desk and cabinetry. You can make a grand kitchen here and maybe even break a wall out. I don't know.
I would probably take out this. As long as this isn't anything.
Yeah, I don't know what that's doing. It's in the center of the house, though. You don't think it's structural? Look where this whole wall's
I was
going.
wondering. That's what I'm kind of.
Yeah, that little nub may be structural.
And that's why they did it.
And this could be structural. But this is housing a staircase. So you really have to figure out what you do there. I don't know that it's structural because it that may also be holding some weight. But this will get you back upstairs. So
We're not talking 500 people living here.
right, that's cool. I'm going to peek out back, guys, while you take a little more look around. So I just walked out off the kitchen. There's a single door here. And let's pan around the backyard again. I'm going to have to take you guys for a separate outdoor walk because there's a lot going on out back here, which is cool. I try to focus on the house while I'm at the house. And then the yard when I'm in the yard. So we'll go back out. But there's that brick fireplace. Wow. They don't make them like this anymore. It's just too expensive, to be frank. That's exactly what's going on. I'm going to head upstairs. But before I do, I see one other area I need to investigate. So, just to give you some perspective again, kitchen, which is at the front of the house, the little hallway from the family room, turning around, there's your little washer dryer, and then you've got back here another bathroom. So you got a potty around the corner, you got a fiberglass tub shower, almost like it would be something they would use when they came in from working out in the yard or what have you. Let's take a look at this. This is your everyday 2-car garage. Again, your popcorn ceiling, painted walls, normal. A lot of dog beds in here. 2 garage door openers. I see a little opening here for yet more space outside, which is kind of neat. Little utility area with a utility sink and shelving and so forth. And there's your power. Don't remember the top of my head, so there you are. There's your 200 amp breaker service. Okay. That's a shame. You could tell this gentleman before he passed must have had some fun with cars. There's a air compressor and hoses, Chevrolet Corvette, tools like crazy on the wall. A saw, so it just looks like it's a little bit much. Okay, so we're going to peek outside very briefly. This is the door off the kitchen. And as I do that, a quick pan around the yard. We'll focus a little more on this property on the outside when I finish the inside tour. But I do want you to see that big old fireplace. All brick. And they just don't make them like that anymore. Look at the brick staircases off of all 3 entrances. So that's kind of cool. All right, we're going to continue upstairs and get a look around. This is probably, well, it is a dual staircase home because I saw it, of course, as you come in the front door. When I'm coming up this way, this is probably the back entrance to the same continuous hallway. Yep, there it is. So imagine coming up the stairs from the front of the house and turn right. This is the extreme far right of the house. This is over the garage. A nice, cool bonus room. With some very old double pane aluminum windows and overlooking the garage entrance. Some storage. And we'll just turn around.
It's got a mother-in-law suite?
What's that?
What is it, like a mother-in-law suite?
I don't know what it is. It's got a sink. It's got a sink.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Woo!
You have no idea. You have no idea. Big closets on both sides. Making sure I have no surprises in here. No, this is a little smaller on this side. Okay. Again, we came up with the back staircase. There's a little step here. And you got another little linen closet. Okay, now we've come up the steps, and this is straight from left to right. Again, the back of the house being the staircase I just came up. You've got a bathroom to your right. Full bath. Fiberglass tub. Single basin, but a large vanity. And a toilet. We go up a little bit
Elena,
to the left.
stay in this room, please.
And we've got a nice bedroom with a double closet. Ballpark size here, somewhere around 14, about a 13-foot square. Not a bad sized bedroom. Okay, to the right, another bedroom.
Access to the...
Oh, cool. This is probably what, 15 by about 12 and a half? And it's got access to that hall bathroom right here. We've got access to the attic, did you say? With staircase up there? Yeah. Okay, cool. And a big long closet.
Oh. That's fascinating.
Neat.
I'm not going up.
Unfinished? It's unfinished, right? There's not drywall up there and all that stuff?
No.
No.
Yeah. Just a roof and the rafters kind of a thing, right? We can take a peek at that in a little bit. And so... now we're going to keep walking up that hallway from left to right. Look at the foyer. This is so cool. So you've got a grand walk around the staircase and a view of the staircase. Pretty. Real hardwood steps. I'm going to walk out here and take a look at that balcony. You know, these are the kind of things people have on their home, and they go out on it once a year or something, and they really miss the beauty. Because this one... is got a view and a half. It has a really pretty view. So all the wood is solid. The railings are older, fairly secure. I'm going to close the door behind me because I don't want the children to follow me and possibly not notice that they're here. I don't want anyone in a situation where they're not fully safe. Again, there's the 2-bedroom cottage house. Just enjoying the view from up here. Oh my gosh. Even the smoke has changed already. The fog around the mountains. Again, the railing's surprisingly sturdy. I'm going to look over there. Okay, what is that? Looks like a new home under construction on a large parcel of land. Okay. Fantastic. This home describes me as something that was just too much for a widowed person to be able to handle on their own at this situation. Don't know her age. A lot of antiques here. Okay, headed to the left. See what else we got. Okay, this must be the master. Again, you got the popcorn ceilings. You know, these ceilings appear to be the same height. I'm going to take a look. Yeah, these ceilings the same height, the 8 foot?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, you say about, that was almost 9 you were thinking downstairs. They have a big stance to them. They don't feel like a typical second story on an older home. They feel a little bit bigger. So, it's the same height as it is downstairs. Taking a look at Aaron. That could easily be a double basin sink. Why they did that? Maybe they wanted more room for hair dryers and makeup than they did sinks. My wife and I fight over our own sink bowls, so we have that. But very doable spaces there. Oh, wow. Nice size closet. And it reaches around behind the tub as well. So that's cool. That's a really good sized master closet. That could be made into a pretty shower if this were getting renovated. And you've got a what used to be a makeup desk. There's a piece of laminate there and a countertop and some cosmetic lights. So that's that. Another little linen closet. Okay. There's a lot going on here. Oh, and of course, off of the master bedroom is a reading room. So, a little step down again. This reminds me of the structure that's over the garage on the other side of the house. Same windows, same bench, same feeling as an after room or an extra room, but a great place to read a book or do some activity if your spouse wants to head to bed early and you want to be close by. So these are older windows, but they are quality windows, by the way. I say older. They're double pane and they're aluminum, but they're very solid. Today we have vinyl. All of our windows are vinyl. They also are tilt-ins. So that's kind of neat. They were not cheap, which means they, and also, by the way, we see a lot of failed gaskets on older homes. You'll see a cloud inside the double glass. And that cloud tells you that the windows weren't the best quality. I don't see that here. I see some spider webs on the outside, but that is a gasket that's working after all these years. So they're good quality windows. I do like that. I don't have much of a need for the intercom system. That's a thing of yesteryear. But man, this is something else. I think we've seen all we could see up here, but let me just see if I could go get you a quick look at that attic. I didn't want to crowd Stephanie out. She didn't want to come up here. I can appreciate that. We are looking at ceiling joists right there. I'm going to shut this off and turn the flash on. Okay, we're going up into the attic with some light. Why do I want to do that? Because perhaps Kathy or Harold, one of you, is more focused on the mechanicals of a home than the other one. I don't know. But this is where it all happens. So I see some ventilation tubes added, okay, to the structure. I see the original ones down here. You know, I don't know how old this home is. Probably about 25 to 30 years if I had to guess, because I see newer windows than you see in a very old home. But I see older, it's kind of dated, it's dated where it is. If I had to look at it again, I should have looked at it before we started touring the home. But this looks like possibly a 90s home, 80s, 90s. HVAC looks fantastic. A nice sizable unit, and everything is clean. Not compromised in any way. A lot of this stuff, especially the foil stuff, will be covered with a black mold. Even if it's just a little bit, it'll be there from years of it sweating and the different temperatures that it goes through. I'm walking on board to get to everything. Let's see, that's a failure right there. That should be taped back in as that breaks loose over time and that. So you're loose and conditioned air. That needs to be dealt with. Oh, by the way, Kathy, I've shared a little bit with you, but I go on my home inspections. Most realtors in Tennessee don't, because they're afraid that if they go and then something's not found, they're going to sue your realtor. I have you sign a document that says that I'm not a home inspector, because I'm not. But I have some knowledge, and I'm going to share it because I'm determined to help my customers the best I can. That's, again, normal, okay? You see that little bit of mold on there. That's about the only thing I'm seeing anywhere, and that is very common because this tube sweats like crazy as it delivers the condensate water out into the home. And that's a drain line, and that's where you introduce your bleach or what have you through that tube and make sure it stays free and clear, because when it fills up, it destroys things. Or it shuts off, at least, hopefully, if the switch works correctly. A little bit of degradation on that outside cover of the insulated tubing. That's not so great. Okay, so I can see that I couldn't see on the other side. And that's pretty consistent throughout this whole channel. So that would be something that can be recovered or coated. It's actually, again, not moldy, not nasty. And the whole attic looks really, really well. What I'm also seeing... Yep. So here we go. I'm sorry. We're on the left side of the... the other side of the attic space here. Walking on some plywood. And as I was mentioning, my sound cut off. I like to give you more than just a home tour. That's easy to show you all the pretty stuff. But I want to show you when something isn't right. Okay, we're inside of the cottage home now. And we've got a Formica countertop, a little simple standard range, a little Frigidator, little nook area or dinette area, I guess, and more dinette kind of looking area right here, and then of course family room area. Very all in one kind of space. Not a bad size. Kind of cute. That's your air handler, right?
Yep.
Yep. So there's your. Yep. And I'm wandering through to the right of the kitchen. There's a full bath down here. All fiberglass. Oh, closet. Using their space. Little Lowe's or Home Depot combo unit. Hello. And there's the back side of that air handler. And a little closet space going up the steps. And a little hall closet kind of thing in here with a water heater. Oh, this is your laundry room. The lighting is not working in here, but you've got lighting there. I don't know why it's not working. Hot water heater. There's a dryer hook up in the corner, which you can probably see me wave my fingers, and a washing machine. I'm sure has some hookups. Where is that? There's your hot and cold. So the washing machine would sit to the right and dryer to the left of the hot water heater behind this bathroom. Okay, so first floor, once again to recap, a decent little kitchen, kind of galley kitchen, family dinette area, pretty good, and then you've got your other full bath and laundry back there. Headed up the steps. How's it look up here?
Ben, come back up.
There's no power on, is there?
No.
That's why nothing lit up. I'm glad we're here in the daytime. Got some more engineered wood. It looks familiar, doesn't it? That engineered wood. It's a nice long bedroom. I don't know how many feet long it is, but gosh, probably somewhere around 16 to 18 feet, maybe 10 feet wide.
Yeah, it's 10 feet wide.
Yeah. Measuring like a true appraiser. I like it.
Yep, about 10. I'd say you're right.
Okay, good deal.
Or Eagle Scout.
Okay. My shoe is actually 12 foot. I have a perfect realtor foot. Okay, then we got another bedroom on this side with his and hers closets. Look at that, huh? Say hi to your grandparents. Say hi. You don't want to say hi to them? Okay. You're so funny. You having fun seeing the house? We're just taking a picture, like a video movie. Don't worry, they're not there. I think I spooked her a little bit. Anyhow, really cool. All right, guys, I'm going to head down and start wandering around outside for you.
Sounds good.
All right.
Can we all go out?
So I do remember talking to the listing agent about the family, a little bit about their background. They used to sell fruit in a fruit stand, and all those appear to be fruit trees, according to Aaron. I would never know that. This house here is basically a very, I would say, modestly constructed. You can see that board. That is an exterior board that is made, a lot of it was made by Georgia Pacific. Once it gets compromised and get wet, it will expand and then start to break down. It's a composite board, like a pressed board. When it's good, it's fine, but when it gets compromised, not so good. So like that area right there would need to be sealed up fast before that becomes a problem. There's a lot of that board. That's basically what it's made out of. They got the decent windows in this house, the double pane windows again. I can't tell if these folks were in the construction trade or what. A lot of the tools that Aaron and I looked at, there's a lot of TV antennas here. There's a fairly new split air conditioning unit out here, which is good. And the roof looks to be in good shape, covered with a lot of moss on that side, but didn't see any roof issues per se, but this would really need a lot. I see some right there, some carpet debris damage. that you get into when you have exposed wood. So all the soffit should be addressed. And that's sitting on a slab. Really simple little cottage home for someone. Probably a family member that used to live here. So I'm just going to take a walk to the property line and see what else I can see while I've got a little more space left on this device. I'm not sure where our property line ends on this property, but I can see a fencing right back here that is barbed wire, and it appears to be a well-established division anyway, whether they were using the rest of the land for something else they just wanted to contain, or whether this is actually someone else's property line at this point. I have to see this video and maybe look at the plat at the same time. There's a little bit of the makeshift deck out here, and there's your barbed wire, and again there's that horse arena, outdoor arena kind of thing going on there with the neighbors, and there's quite a bit of distance between you and anybody else, no doubt about that. From where I'm at, there's a cottage house. Pardon me. Lots of area to the left to put another home. There's the back of the home. I've got a metal exterior canopy here. Now, just on chance you buy this place and you don't want that, you call me. I have a need for that for an RV that long. I put that right on a storage lot where my RV is kept and make use of that one. Walking along here, another little shed of some type. This must be the back of the property because there's a lot of things coming up to it, like another shed. We've got to get a look at this pool yet, and that would be honestly more at a home inspection, but we're going to have to factor the worst case scenario. I don't know what in the world. Particle board structure. I'm afraid to open that without getting a surprise. Okay. So nothing too crazy. Just equipment. Probably being stored out here. Shovels and rakes and hoses. Again, they maybe did something with the produce business with it. Now, there's barbed wire that kind of takes an angle. If you can see it, run along that direction and then down. So again, they may have been containing something in that area, but I have no idea if this is their property or neighboring property that they're selling. Okay. I'm gonna walk up this way because, yep, there's that log cabin trailer looking. It's really just that is truly a log cabin storage shed again. From our conversation. One thing I can tell you is that people don't pay a whole heck of a lot of attention to what you do out here in Walland on your own piece of land. Not as big a concern as where you're living in Florida or where I lived in Orlando. Oh man, if I put a resin duck in my landscaping, I got a notice saying it was actually a blue crane, pretty thing, in the landscaping, and they wrote me a note saying I couldn't have a statue. Well, that didn't last very long, but long story short, that was what it was. There's your, wow, look at the wood floors. That's real wide plank wood floor and a real log cabin, but it's just a storage shed. It could be a tiny house in the making. I don't know. Anyway, look at this land. Again, even off the shed. Kind of cool. Alright, I'm going to get my camera and put it down here in a second and try to peel back just one or two layers of this onion in a minute. See what it looks like under there if I can. Those can be very hard to get back on, so only if they're easy will I pull them off. That's a Hayward Pump, and let's just see. It's definitely not operational for a long time. This would be where the chlorinator would have been connected. So you've got the sand filter, you've got the pump, you've got the motor. Cabin fountain in the front yard. I knew that was a fountain under that funny thing. I don't see the timer, but that doesn't mean there isn't one. Again, just taking a look into the crawl space. A real fast one. I'll leave this to the professionals for lots of reasons. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it does have a vapor barrier. Anyway, we'll let the home inspector get down here and take pictures for you. Okay, so this pool has water in it. That's the first thing to know. The second thing to note is I can see the liner from here. Just take a quick look. This is where the track is, where the liner snaps in. That's the pool liner. Okay, so yes, of course it's damaged. However, it's holding water, which is encouraging. Quite encouraging. I do not want to get myself in trouble and step past this, so hang in there for me 1 second. Look at that, huh? That was under the cover. At first glance, this is serviceable, but there's a lot you don't know when you have something sitting this long. Even the fiberglass board could be even usable if it were sealed up and taken pretty. I had one worse than that. It would take a lot to get it right. What I do like is the concrete decking all around the pool. There's a little crack here, a little crack here, but it's not uneven. It's not broken up to the point where you couldn't do something with this pool and make it nicer. Now there's one uneven spot right here. Okay, just to notice that area there. It could be beautiful if you put the time and energy back into bringing it back together. New liners and something like this, as I was talking to Stephanie, was probably about $6,000, and that's if they don't find things. They're going to find things. So you could spend probably somewhere closer to $8,000 if you get into it. You've got need there for some type of finish on the pump and the plumbing and a timer. I don't see that information. I do see a box to the left there. Hang on for 1 second. But I don't see. You see where the chlorinator used to sit, Aaron? It's missing right there.
Yeah.
So, and there is a fountain in the yard. What is that? That's just a cutoff switch. I don't know if that's for HVAC or if that was for the pool or not.
I bet it's for the pool.
Yeah, I think so too. Circuit cutoff,
Well,
right?
you know what? I say that there. I think that's actually this one.
They do have a cutoff for the pool there and one for the fountain. That's what's in that box. So, oh, you know what? It's cut off for the AC. Look at that big unit.
Yeah. I was looking to see how old it was.
Tell you what,
The stickers are worn out.
but that's not old.
That's not an old unit.
The sun beats them up now. That's not that bad either. This is probably 10 years old, maybe 12. But that one probably less than 5 years. Just look how the sealant against the brick is still.
Oh, that's
All
a good
that
point.
stuff comes apart real fast.
It looks very similar to our. It's larger than our house, but it's
Yeah.
similar.
This is probably a good 3-ton, 4-ton unit. It's a biggie. I used to know all this stuff. I'm happy to say I don't know now, and you can't see it. It's gone. But
That's what leads me to believe it's about 7. My guess, just because of the wear and tear of the stickers.
yep, it's terrible. But it happens faster than you think, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sad. Anyway, it's got a fairly new unit on the cottage house. Did you see it?
No, I didn't actually
The
look at
condenser and the unit outside were looking good, both of them. So a couple, I wouldn't say more than about 3 or 4 years old maybe, but I
that.
can't tell.
Some of the trim around the outside of the fascia.
Oh, it's shot.
Yeah,
You need to
that's
stop it.
all.
It's on my it's on my video. So, the exterior of this home has that hardy board. Once it gets wet, it just turns into fiber and dust. It's junk. Yeah, we're on the same page. Wow, look at the neighbor's house. Now I can get a good look at that.
Oh, I know that would be plastic.
So that's pretty interesting. And again, looking at the way that the tree line goes, the chicken wire goes, this just looks like a natural border. It could be somebody else's subdivision, or mini place where there's a couple homes back there. I can't tell you. Looks like we're sitting on Google Earth. We're driving around. But boy, this is amazing. Yeah, you bet you could put many houses in all this land that I believe is part of it. Really pretty. Haven't been out here for a little while. This is addictive. It really is. It's not your normal $750,000 opportunity. Again, I don't know that they've got a real handle on what this could do, but it's got all the right bones, and it'll definitely be worth more as life continues. This is not something you can find anymore. Mountains, mountains, mountains. I'm just going to sit here and do a 360 for you. This is the front porch view. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, guys, I hope this helps a little bit. And we'll look forward to seeing the other one on the 7th. We'll see you later.